Good evening, Master Tanaka. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I am Hermit, and I'm here to bring some guidance. Within each one of you, there is a turning point in becoming a more balanced person. When you think of balance, it must be toward you. Always remember that. What does this balance mean in your life? Each being, within his or her own belief, has a whole concept of what balance means. So when you are here through your belief, because even to be in this space, you are here through your belief. Remember that. Because when you understand the belief that brought you here, from that point on, you change the very understanding that you have of yourself. So, this balance, it becomes clear to you. Of course, since you live in a material world, there are also material desires. But since balance is activated when you balance all the areas of your life, then this material balance, of course, must also exist. Many of the beings here have not understood this, so they think that their material life can be neglected, that it can be left in the background. But if you put waves on your life, then what does this mean? That you are not seeing yourself as an integral being. You are still thinking that you are made up of small parts. But you see, balance means a harmony. And this harmony, it is only set up when you are in harmony. If you are not in harmony, this balance, it will never be your consciousness. That's why opening yourself to understanding, it brings a true path of each of you. Within your own belief, there is a path. We can say this path that I'm showing here, which is this one to open yourself to understand. Because you often interpret yourselves. You look at yourself, and within that look, it is decided that you are a single belief. But your being, when we say that it is a result of your beliefs, then what does this mean? That your being has, we can say, variants. And these variants, they harmonize themselves. Because if these variants are inharmonious, then your life is out of balance. Therefore, we say that what is important is to understand what is to live this spiritual life. Within the spiritual life is everything, is this balance. So when you understand it as a spiritual, you think of that tiny parcel. When we, who are here on the spiritual plane, talk about you living a spiritual life, we are talking about your whole being. We are talking about you as a whole. You are incarnated, remember this. So, this is your opportunity. You know that what you call evolution is not the right word, okay? So I will put it in quotes. What you call evolution in quotes. It is done while you are incarnated. Because within this incarnation, you have the possibility to have our experience. Our experience. So, in this incarnation, you experience your whole self. This is why it is important to understand yourself more and more, and through this understanding, go on making these orientations, or I can even say these new orientations. Because being open to change, this is what I am putting here as a new orientations. To change has never been, as you say here, wrong. Change is your natural state because you are an energy. And energy is never stagnant. Energy is always moving. So that means that you also, within this life, you also must move. Because if you don't move, what is there in your being? There will be a lack of this recognition that you are moving. Then what happens? Energetic loss. So everything is a consequence of how you are working on yourself. So start looking more at yourself. The desire to want to know yourself, it moves your energy. But this movement, it must be conducted because otherwise this desire doesn't become real. The desire only becomes real for you when you move, when you are conscious that you are acting. So inside your consciousness, you know that you are moving, that you are acting to realize this desire, because the desire, when it is inside you, is already real. So, what you are going to do? It is to bring this reality into your whole being. The reality cannot be this desire, cannot be only in a part of you. For it to be fully real, it only manifests when it's your whole being. With this guidance, I say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.